Namaste, divine souls. The divine in me bows down and honors the divine in you. My name is Rishi, and tonight I will be reading to you, ladies and gentlemen, a blog I wrote titled The Four Forms or Dimensions. Here we go. Even though everything is non-dual and a single operating divine universal consciousness, it is made of many layers and forms, like an onion. One is many, like a lotus with many petals. Through the divine powers of that consciousness, we perceive each other as single individuals, including ourselves. However, we are made of many parts and layers. We are a collection of atoms, cells, particles, organs, skeletal parts, Mother Earth, water, the elements, etc. I believe that the key to success and happiness is to balance the four forms or dimensions, which I will soon discuss. The four forms are the material body and the external world, the mental world and the psych form or dimension, the emotional dimension or form of yourself, and finally the spiritual dimension or form. I think that in order to experience happiness and success every day, each of these forms must be watered and nurtured, like seedlings in soil. First comes the material form. We need to be able to take care of our body, finances, hygiene, beauty, health and exercise, and cultivate strength. We are also here to enjoy some pleasures in life, whether that be good food, romance, movies, video games, sports, art, music, safely and responsibly enjoying the senses, etc. The body and the external world make up the first form or layer. The second form or layer is the mental and psych dimension, which is all about learning, education, knowledge, mental health, and imagination. We need to use the mind to learn as much as possible and to the best of our ability. Taking care of our mental health is vitally and equally important. No matter who you are, if you live long enough, you will experience some form of mental issues, for life is not always a smooth sea. We must take care of our minds by reading, pursuing philosophical topics such as God, science, and reality, engaging in intellectual conversations, taking medication if needed, and prioritizing good habits. And of course, learning. Next is the emotional form. Part of what makes us human is our emotions. We must learn to feel and respect them, yet still control them, so they don't take over our inner peace. We must balance emotional attachment and emotional detachment. However, as human beings, the majority of us all wish to give and receive love. Love is arguably what makes us divine, yet also human. For the emotional aspect of life, we need to cultivate and nurture our relationships to learn unconditional love, whether that be with a lover, friend, family member, pet, etc. The other darker emotions of ourselves, such as anger, sadness, envy, lust, etc., also need to be respected, healed, and paid attention to. Otherwise, they will manifest in ugly demonic ways. Finally comes the spirit form and dimension. Our true form is the universal spirit and consciousness. It does not die when all the other forms die off and perish. The spirit of an individual is arguably one of the most important things to work on, for we are all fragments of universal consciousness and of the divine source of creation, and the divine source dictates what ultimately will happen to us at all times. The source is the divine source, cosmic source is the ultimate meaning, purpose, and goal of life. We are here to cultivate realization of the self and God consciousness, nirvana, and the heavens. We do this by praying and worshiping, meditating, engaging in spiritual association and dialogue, and surrendering our egos and will to the divine universal powers that be. We need to work on these four dimensions and forms a little bit every day for happiness, success, and prosperity. Don't worry if you're not perfect, for neither am I. We are all works in progress. The four forms and dimensions are all interconnected and intertwined. We all are. Sending one love, peace, and blessings to you all. May the four forms and the divine source of all be with you. Thank you so much for listening. God bless. And take care. Namaste.